Hello, darling. Today we're going to rescue thrifted Barbies. We're going to save a couple of those sad, forgotten dolls that we can find in the bin in the thrift shop. Every year, countless Barbies are cast aside, their hair cut, their limbs pulled off, their feet chewed, their tiny plastic dreams shattered. But not today. No, we are going to bring them back to life. After looking through the bins at the thrift shop, I decided on these 3 vintage Barbies from the 80s and 90s. So we're just getting a closer look at them. You can see their hair is in pretty bad shape. They have some weird outfits on, but we're going to take care of all of this in just a minute. So the first thing you want to do is get the dolls undressed, remove any tags, remove any hair bands or hairstyles so that the dolls can get a bath. When you're looking for dolls to rescue, you want to find dolls that have all their face paint and that don't have any permanent marker or deep gouges in their skin, because these things can really be hard to fix. And just like when we were kids, the dolls are not so easy to dress and undress, but we're going to persevere and get these old clothes off of the dolls. We will be saving these awesome vintage clothes, but we will give them a good wash. Okay, so we've gotten the dolls undressed. The clothes are going to go in to get washed. And in the meantime, we're going to start on detangling the hair. You want to begin by removing any kind of bands or hair ties in the doll's hair. I'm going to start out with a wide toothbrush. And this is sped up, but I am actually brushing out the ends of the hair, not as fast as shown here. You want to start out pretty carefully and get out those tangles. This part takes some patience. You want to be very gentle and just get those tangles out bit by bit. Try not to pull out too much hair. So I started with the worst one. She had the most tangled hair, and it did take me quite a while to get through all that hair. The next doll was a bit easier to comb out. And the last doll was also pretty easy to comb out. Before giving the dolls a bath, I'm going to first start the laundry for the clothing. I'm using a gentle fabric soap in cold water. You could use any kind of fabric soap that you have on hand or even dishwashing detergent. In another bin, I'm going to add some warm water and some dish soap, and I've also got some conditioner for their hair. And in the dolls go into the water to soak for a few minutes. Use a soft cloth or a toothbrush to scrub the dolls thoroughly. Once the dolls' bodies are washed, I add some extra dish liquid to the hair and wash their hair. And you could also use shampoo for this step. Be sure to rinse the dolls very well. Not all dolls will need this, but mine did. I'm using a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to get off any marks or scuffs on the dolls and make sure their faces are clean. Now you want to add some conditioner to the hair and then comb it through thoroughly. Again, be gentle with the hair because you may find that your doll is losing hair, so you want to avoid that as much as possible. This doll's hair was the worst, so it did take me, again, quite a while to comb through it, even with the conditioner, but in the end, it was worth it. And you want to repeat that process for all of your dolls. Dipping the dolls' heads into really hot water helps tame the hair and smooth it. Now you can style the doll's hair. Now you can style the hair, and I'm going to do that by adding a little bit of water to the dry hair. I'm also using some traditional curlers and some bobby pins and things to give the hair some volume. This doll is just getting a plain pony, and I'm going to put a few curls in her ponytail. I noticed that this doll has a little bald spot just behind her bangs, so I'm going to use a couple pieces of hair to camouflage that. This was the doll with the big tangled hair mess, and you can see it's really come out nice. Here I'm trying to recreate the original hairdo. And this isn't something you need to do. I was trying to do it. I don't know if I succeeded or not. We're going to let the doll's hair dry. I picked up a couple new outfits for the dolls from the Dollar Tree. Now that the dolls are dressed, it's time for the finishing touches. I take out the curlers, I comb their hair and style and make sure they look great. I've added some shoes and some jewelry just to give them a little bit of pizzazz. These dolls are ready for their second life. If you're giving these dolls as a gift, here's an easy way to wrap her up. I'm using some cellophane bags, some scrapbook paper, scissors, and ribbon. I used 2 bags to enclose the doll, one on her feet and then the next one over her head. To secure the bags, I tie a ribbon around her waist. Then, after the ribbon is tied, I cut a piece of scrapbook paper to create a hang tag at the top of the package. This gets folded over and stapled into place. So our thrifted dolls went from this to this. Here they are, from forgotten to fabulous. The dolls are now cleaned, they're hairstyled, their outfits refreshed, and they're ready for a new life. You've just saved some dolls from the landfill. And that, my friend, is thrifting magic. So our mission is complete. So go forth and rescue some poor, forgotten dolls. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more crafty adventures.